guys, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of you guys being here. You guys already know we are a family of 5. We are trying to achieve something called FIRE. We are trying to retire from the 9-to-5 as millionaires. We are currently millionaires, so we want to be like the M word, the multiple millionaire, and just be able to help others, with their financial journey, help them to win through our personal experience. So on today's video is a requested one. So this is the 3rd in the request video series. I'm going to show you how to research stocks as a beginner. I'm going to share 3 simple ways that you could get started with researching, because I don't want this to be complicated, because when you are investing, there's a lot that goes into it and it can be very confusing for a beginner. So I'm making sure that I keep this super beginner friendly, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it. But I wanted just to show you my setup right here. So I'm going to push this around. I should know this. You know what? I'm going to do this. Oops. No. Okay. Don't laugh at me. So this is the setup. So usually you see me in my bedroom. I go there when I'm doing like a little bit of checking in on companies, but when I'm researching, looking at news, things like that, this is where I come. I love to have big screens when I have all of the accounts up. You see my tablet right there. I'm filming on my phone, but that's usually set right here. I have the laptop, I have the screen. You can see that the market is down. Today is what? May 24th. So the market is red. I mean, it's been red for a while. The NASDAQ is really down. But again, there's a lot of fear in the stock market right now. But I buy and hold and just keep it moving. But I wanted to show you my little setup. I have my investing workbook right here. Again, up on the site, I have a little code up on the screen if you want to go and use it. The code is only valid for I think up until Sunday. So make sure you use it if you want to get the workbook. Super easy, super beginner friendly, and you're going to see this a little bit more. But yeah, this is how I research. I just sit here after I drop the kids off at school and my husband is working, and I am just working on building our wealth. I'm doing my part. I study. I make sure that I do the research. And that's one of the things is, oftentimes we say, do your research. But sometimes that is so general. Let me turn this around. Sometimes that is like so general, like do your research. And I understand as beginners, and a lot of you have these questions about how do I get started? What do I need to look at when it comes to research? And I tell you in this workbook, I tell you how to do it. I tell you how to research. I give you questions to actually look for. So make sure you purchase the workbook. But yeah, it has all of it. Is really like a foolproof way. I really take your hand and walk you through the stock market. But this video is for you. If you are a beginner, if you feel like, how do I get started? What do I look for? I'm going to give you 3 things as a beginner you should look for when it comes to buying a stock or a fund, and you can just slowly build from that. You don't have to rush in and jump in and try to feel like I got to get all this information, in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm still learning. The GOAT himself, Warren Buffett, still reads. So again, it's not about like trying to know everything. You're always in a learning state. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video, especially those who requested this video. Again, if you want to know like more in-depth research, again, check out the Patreon. I know I say it often, but I want to make sure that this channel stays as beginner friendly as possible. And sometimes you just need to know, like, what is a stock? What is the difference between a stock and a share? And that was a question that I got. What's the difference between a stock and a share? So base stock just means you are invested in the company. Shares just mean how much are you invested in the company. So you would say, oh, I have 5 shares of Google. I'm a big shareholder. I'm a small shareholder. Things like that. So I hope that was like, I was trying to keep it very simple and easy, because again, I can go get very explain-y, if that's a word. It's not a word. Explain-y. I can get very detailed, and I don't want to do that. So again, that's the difference between a stock and a share, because I got a question. So all right, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed the little tour of my setup. So one of the first things that I usually do before I buy any stock, I'm always prepping. So the more you build your portfolios, the more you are trying to grow your money, is the more you need to be kind of prepared ahead of time. So I never like just casually buy anything. I'm always trying to prep my week for the different things that I am buying in our portfolios, because as you guys know, we have a whole lot of portfolios. So it's really important to be prepared and to be organized. I cannot say that enough. And that's why I love spreadsheets so much. So you guys see me use them all the time. An investing workbook, this is just one of the first pages, but this is a great way to get started. So if you are not comfortable with the spreadsheet version yet, use the trackers. I have so many trackers in this, look at this, in this workbook for you guys. Go on and use it to help keep you organized, help you to get prepared for the coming week, right? Any investor, especially an investor who has been doing this for a while and has the great portfolio to prove it, will tell you you have to be prepared before you buy anything. You have to know what you're looking at. You have to know how much money you have to work with. You need to know which account you're going to buy in. You have to have a strategy. So that's the first thing I always say, is to be prepared. Do your prep work. I personally like to do my prep work probably like early Sunday evening, because it's calmer in the house. We're getting ready for the week. And so that's just one of the things that I do to get prepared. Another thing that I do is on Monday mornings, like I said, when I drop the kids off, and the stock market doesn't open until 9:30. So that gives me about an hour to really kind of spend some time going over the news. So I'm going to take my phone off of this like holder thing, and I'm going to bring you up close so you can see like some of the news that's going on. It is but it's really important to, the second thing once you get prepped, is to look at the news. You have to, and not celebrities and not what's going on in their lives. You have to really focus on economics. You have to look at politics, but don't look at politics like in terms of who to vote for. Remember, there's a lot of money at play in politics. This is a very emotional kind of game, unfortunately, and it's sad to say that about the current state of our country, but it is. And so you really need to look and see and pay attention to what people are talking about as well. And then I'm also just looking to see what's going on in the general world, what's happening in other countries, because again, the stock market is a global entity. Yes, a lot of it is based here in the United States, but it's a global machine. And it's really important to know, like for example, with Russia, what's going on over there has a huge impact in the market here. Same with China and Taiwan. All these things play a part. So it's really important to just I don't spend more than 15 minutes looking at the news. And again, I look at the news through a different lens. I'm looking at it as, okay, there's an investor. Is there an investing, piece to this that I can use to add to my portfolio? That way I can take the information that we learn from Wall Street and take it to Main Street. Because at the end of the day, most of the people in this country, especially when it comes to their finances, are left alone. Let's just be honest. The government don't really care about our the economy of us, the regular folks. So it's up to us. And it's people like myself who is on here trying to show you guys the way. So I'm going to take my phone off of this. I'm going to bring you up close so you can see the monitors. And then I'm going to share my screen so that I can walk you through 3 things you need to think about if you are a beginner trying to research stocks. Okay, so let me bring you up closer. All right, so I'm going to make sure I don't shake this too much, but like I said, this is one of the things that I come to one of the websites. So CNBC is one of my favorites in terms of news, really coming in to see what's going on, because it's hard for me to, know what's going on at all times. Remember, the stock market is a global entity. There are things happening 24 hours a day. So it really helps me to see, okay, what are the big news headlines that's coming on? And another website that I love is Market Watch here. Market Watch is very, very beginner friendly. I love that the interface is not complicated. I love that they keep the ads over here, because sometimes these free sites have the ads all over the place. And I love that it's kind of out of your, your line of sight, if that makes sense. All right, guys, so the stock market is officially open, so you may see this number move around. So if you are a beginner investor, remember the 3 things I told you to look at. So first, let's pick a company. These are all the companies we own. Okay, this is our dividend portfolio. We do have a dividend group over in the Patreon. So if you want to know more about that, make sure you click the link below in the description box. It'll take you over to Patreon. We do meet this week, well, depending on when this video come out, when you see it, but we do meet once a month, and you can find more information about the Patreon and the dividend group through the link below. But I'm going to click Coke, okay? Ticker symbol KO. Again, ticker symbol is just an easy way to recognize the company. Again, the investing workbook will tell you all this information, so you don't have to really think about it yourself. It'll help guide you. I answer a lot of the questions for you. So we can see the first question that I told you to look at when you are researching stocks as a beginner is the CEO. You need to know who that is. You can have the information is right here. Same with Robinhood, same with M1 Finance, Fidelity. They will always have like some general information about the company. So it's really, really easy to find. We know who the CEO is. That's great. We know that they offer the product or service, at least a couple of them. Coke products. I mean, and the one thing I really do love about Coca-Cola as a company is that their partnerships are strong. Any stadium usually that you go to offer Coke products. If you are going to the movie theater and they have the little Coke machines where you can kind of make all the different flavors, that's a really, really popular thing, especially among my children. If you go to Disney World, if you get a drink, whether it's a bottled water, a soda, a juice, it is made by the Coca-Cola company. So this is things that I also like, is that they're partnering with other companies to offer their products as well. And then you can see right here with the earnings per share, even if you don't know how to find like how much did the company make last quarter, generally you want to see these green dots go up. As a beginner investor, you want to see these green dots go up because the earnings per share basically is telling you how profitable the company is over time. And I can tell you, because 2020 was a crazy year for a lot of companies, I like the fact that though they dropped a little bit in Q4 of last year, they came back. And so over time, I want to see them go up. Just like, remember I was telling you on the chart, click 5 years is right here. Overall, you want to see your stock go up, right? Because why be invested in anything if after 5 years it's trending downwards? We want to see our money go up. So these are just some of the things that I am looking at when I am researching different companies. Let me take you over to M1 Finance so I can show you over there too. So you can see right here, I got Coke already up on M1 Finance. This is who I'm using through the $1 a day investing challenge. You don't have to use M1. I know people are using Robinhood. I know some people are using Fidelity. Some people are using Cash Apps. You can just use whatever is most comfortable for you, because we're all different types of investors. Some layouts work better than others, but at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are actually investing, right? If we just have cash sitting in an envelope named investing, it's not invested unless it's transferred over to a brokerage and you actually put the money in a stock or a fund. So you can see Coca-Cola right here. I clicked 5 years right here, 5 years. You can see again, the stock just goes up. It's really easy to find a lot of this, the same type of data that, Robinhood has as well. So a lot of the brokerages are very, very, very similar. Let me look up a fund. I want to show you guys this before I get to my portfolio update for the month of May. So VTI. Yeah, right here, VTI. So it's probably the most famous index fund of all time. Everybody talks about, that's my phone. Everybody talks about VTI. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a Vanguard-based index fund or ETF. And remember, the main differences between an ETF and an index fund is that ETF can be bought and sold regularly throughout the day. So you can buy it at, it's 10 o'clock now. You can buy it at 10 a.m. and I can sell the same stock at 10:15 today. Or an index fund is you buy and sell whatever the price is when the market closes. So again, guys, just do what's comfortable for you. But with a fund, so the only difference with the fund versus the stock when you are a beginner researching is you want to know the top holdings in this company. And so the thing about it is that Robinhood and M1 Finance just give you the top sectors. Now they do, oh, they changed it. See, they changed it. Okay, so when platforms expand the information, so I see this is one perk about Robinhood that I'm actually liking now, is that it's expanding the information so it can give you as a beginner more insight and knowledge into what it is you're actually invested in. The top 10 holdings right here, look at it. You can see it. So if you want to know, okay, I need to know what's in this fund, because all funds are not created equal. You need to know what is the top holdings in the fund and how much does it cost to get in the fund. Now remember, there are 3 types of funds: mutual funds, ETFs, and exchange traded funds. Check out this video somewhere up on the screen if you want to know more about it. So you have the top 10 holdings right here. So good companies: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. Tesla's taking a hit right now, but it's still a great company. Google, so Google goes by alphabet on the stock market. Berkshire, I mean, this is Warren Buffett's baby right here. This is the GOAT. So again, good companies. I really, really do like it. And you can see the expense. Remember I said it costs money to get in any fund. I don't care if it's a retirement mutual fund, index fund, an ETF like VTI, it costs money to get in it. But the expense ratio is super low. 0.03%. Okay, that's like that's like $3 per $1,000 you make in this fund. That's really, really low. So I really do like that. So I hope that this video helped you. I tried not to make it too complicated. I actually had to film this video, refilm it a couple of times because I was getting too technical. So I had to come back and like, no, you're giving too much information. It's going to confuse people. And so I really tried to keep it very simple, give you just 3 things to look at if you're new, and then you can just build your knowledge upon that. But get your investing workbook. That guide came all out of this brain. It really documented our journey as well to where we are. I mean, millionaires. It's because I wanted to have something like this when I was starting out as well. And I'm hoping that it can help you. So let me take you on over to the portfolio spreadsheet so that we can see how our money is doing for the month of May. All right, guys, so we're here in our portfolio spreadsheet. I'm sorry if you hear any noise outside. The construction people are fixing the street. So they always do this. It seems like there's always a lot of noise when you're filming a video, but I know you guys understand. So let me zoom in. All right, so we are in the month of May. So, our 401k is right here, and I'm just realizing you can't even see the thing. Hold on. All right, that's a little better. So we can see May with the 401k down to 197, 691.28, and this is after we put money in it. After we put money in it. I mean, all the accounts are down. I'm not even going to go through all of this because you guys can see all the real numbers. One thing that is up is where is it? Darn it. Oh, yes, the real estate equity. So you guys know we own 2 rental properties. We're currently in the market for a third one, which is why you see like we have $71,000 in cash. And that is because our pre-approval was extended. So the Wells Fargo is the person who we're going through for the mortgage. We have a relationship with our broker there. And so they did a courtesy extension. So now our pre-approval is extended until June 17th, I think. I don't have the paper in front of me. 17th or 19th. So we're able to continue to look. My husband and I are kind of veering toward the side of just kind of pausing. He gets a bonus next year and just picking it back up. And then, of course, that $50,000 would be invested into the stock market. There's a lot of good sales, and I'm really we're talking about, we really want to invest the money. But we want to continue to stick to, the process that we came up with, which is look for a property. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. But as you can see, the SEEP, the Roth, the HSA, Interactive Brokers, which is our growth stocks. And keep in mind, we put money into these accounts. So they're still down. So if you don't see us stressing out and crying and being fearful, know that, this is how you build wealth. The great wealth transfer that you see people talking about, it's going on right now because a lot of investors are selling because they're fearful, just like in 2020. But if you keep buying into good companies and funds, the market always comes back. And something else someone told me, they said, if you can't handle, Shalise, seeing your account down $200, you are not going to handle $2,000, and you will not handle $20,000 down. So the more you invest, when the market kind of falls down or go into a bear market, your money is going to be down as well. But I never say I lost money. Unless I sell a stock, I don't lose anything. I'm just down. But I continue to buy and hold. I hashtag buy the dip, and I keep it moving. And this is how our wealth was able to grow so fast, as we just continue to invest. So you can see down here, $10,026.69 that we're down by after pouring money into all these companies for May. Now, I'm wondering what's going to look like for our net worth update. But again, I'll keep you guys updated on that. But remember, guys, you stay the course when you are investing. When you are a beginner investor, stay the course. This is why I try to be transparent on this channel. I show you, look all the numbers you're seeing. Let me move this up. Look at all my real numbers. Look at that. I mean, how many people online show you their real numbers? Not just say, go buy this, or, don't sell this, sell that, but actually show you what they're investing in, because it's important for you guys to understand that this is 90% psychology. If you can keep your emotions in check and realize the good sales that are going on, you will come out on the other end. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, give me some comments down below. I hope that it was easy enough for beginners out there to start researching. This is very key because that will help you to stay the course. You believe in a company, you believe in the product and the service that they offer. And if you do believe in that, that will keep you through these downturns, because trust me, it's going to come back, and we don't want to get on the train when it's already moving. We want to be waiting at the station for it. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.